To support the Real Nagas channel and get exclusive perks, videos, and information, or to join the live police stop law classes, subscribe to the Real Nagas Patreon channel at patreon.com/realnagas. To purchase books, constitutional rights cards, clothing, or other law classes, you can go to realnagas.com and click on the Naga Knowledge Shop or go to the Real Nagas store. Also, stay tuned to the end of the video to find out how you can get a free digital copy of the Great Book of Melanin Research and the Alkaline Cookbook. Thank you guys for supporting Real Nagas. Now let's get on with the video.
The last one I wanted to get into real quick before we go is the police officer's bond, the police surety bond.
Ain't nobody gonna hire you without one.
So just y'all understand this. Police officers have to have a surety bond, which is like insurance. So can you
gotta be covered, and you pay for that bond, and this basically is go back to money. Okay, so say State Farm. Let's use State Farm as an example. State Farm is the insurance company for said department, and every officer there uses that Tom Snyder State Farm. If you get a 1 year, they'll do it for $50.
Okay.
If you do it for 2 years, if everybody will do a 2 year, then you get a discount. You get the second year for half price. So you get a 2 year for $75. Your 4 year for $100. You know what I'm saying? You get a discount for how many. So, but you're not gonna work at a department without being bonded. That's impossible. They want their ass covered.
Because if again, so as all this shit we were talking,
it's like a liability waiver form.
Yeah. As we talk, a lot of these police officers don't know what they're doing out there. They just winging it. And then, but if they catch somebody who do know that their rights have been violated and goes back and tries to sue the city or wherever they from, that's where that bond comes in. Because that bond,
like, no, that's his ass did that. That ain't us.
That ain't us. And so
that ain't us.
You can go.
You don't think them guys, the supervisors, you don't think they know that guy is an idiot?
Yes, they know. And so you place a lien on that bond, and just like you said, you have to have a bond to work. Once I place a lien on that bond, that lien has to be satisfied in order for you to be able to work again. And so, most people, again, don't know this is the most hidden thing about police officers is that bond. This is the stuff that they
gotta have.
They gotta have it, but they don't want nobody to know about it.
So what are the steps that you take to place the lien?
I said in the thing I wasn't gonna go over that because that's different in different states. But I also that's in this book. That's in this book right here. But so it's again all you have to do really though, the main, if you want to find out how to place bonds though, you have to look up in your government codes the bond information. Every government code in each state will have the bond information on public officials and where to find those bonds. And so that's the main thing. So the bonding information though is more so because that's insurance. So pretty much every police precinct are going to have to. So it's like this: you either have each police officer is going to have an individual bond, or there's something called a blanket bond, where all the police officers are under the main top cop. And so you can place a lien on the top cop's bond, and then trust he'll be pissed. He'll be pissed like motherfucker. He'll tell that police officer, you gone. You place a lien on the top cop's bond. So again, this is
because you can't y'all don't forget if you don't know if you know, and if you don't know, keep this in mind. Every time you pulled over it's not always by a paid officer. Some officers are just support officers.
What's a support officer?
Okay.
Is that like a contract officer?
Yeah, what the hell is that?
Contractors that come to buildings?
Okay. This is what it is. Okay, so say, where do you live, Kevin? What's it called? China what?
Koreatown.
Koreatown. Okay, so the police officer, the department in Koreatown, or one of probably all of them.
It's Los Angeles. It's Los Angeles. Though.
Okay. So but there's a you have a department that's sectioned off just for that area.
Right.
It's somewhere.
Yeah, right.
Okay. So at that departments have budgets, every single one of them. And if you have 30-mile radius that department covers, and you have 20 paid officers, and then you're going by shifts and how many officers are on each shift, that's not enough officers to cover that area every day.
Right.
They have to have days off, so they have to get basically like it's not even part-time. It's a support team, and what they do is they say, here's your badge, here's your credentials, and you go get your own gun, one that we approve. You come back, and you have to put in a certain amount of hours a month. And that's how you keep that badge. You have the same.
So it's like an intern. They like intern cops.
Interim cops.
Wow. It's not an intern, because you can do that for 20 years. Now, what is the benefit of that?
Keeping the badge.
That is the major benefit. But what can you do?
So that they don't
that?
have no liability if they do something wrong.
That badge, you can still make money with it.
Because you can do security. You can do private security. And because you're because you have a police officer's badge, you can charge way more money than a regular ass security guard. Why? Because you got the police training, supposedly have police training in order to support your thing. So they got basically not even rent-a-cops. These is I don't even know what you call those.
So they're required to get bonded too, correct?
Absolutely.
Everybody, the city.
Listen.
That's live. The city's live.
Listen, they have to. That's really important for them to be bonded,
man.
Because not only they are. Think about the regular officers.
Yep.
They have to do this, and this. They're getting paid, and they're doing their job. The support officers are out there in the wilderness and they're their own boss, basically.
Who knows what?
Oh my God.
They could be doing all kind of fuckery. So you better have 3 bonds, nigga.
Hey, horror stories. Horror stories.
So go ahead.
They're basically contract cops.
Yes.
Or contractors.
Yes, contractors, independent contractors.
Yes.
So this is the thing.
Like I give you something, you give me something.
Right. Most people think don't understand or don't know this about this bond thing. See, most people think that when you get violated by a police officer, there's nothing that you can do. This is what you can do.
That's not true.
You
go after that bond, you gonna get paid.
And you go after the bond. This is a police officer telling you. This is an actual police officer telling you, if you go after my bond, shit. That's a wrap
Because that bond also does something else very important, Kevin. If Todd
Wait,
Blackshear,
hold on.
okay.
Man, you have to, everybody mute your phone while he's saying this bond information. This is important.
If Todd Blackshear, Officer Todd Blackshear, if he shoots Sam, well, and it was he's basically he stands to be charged with something.
Uh-huh.
That bond keeps him from being handcuffed and taken and locked up that night. He goes to the house.
Why is that? Why is that?
Covers him.
Why is that? Oh, the bond, because it's like a bail.
I mean,
it's the same thing like a bail bond, you mean?
You're covered.
It's the same.
You're covered.
Same thing as a bail bond.
Yes, sir.
You already man. So again, bail bond is your insurance that you're gonna show back up.
Yep.
Bond is just insurance. Just so y'all get it,
Yep.
just so get it straight. A bond is just another term for insurance.
Yeah.
So now again,
Because it all revolves around money.
Yeah.
You see, you're bonded as an officer. You're bonded, so they're not worried about if you go home and commit suicide. The money's still there. They have no worries about the money.
The bond is a financial. So bonds and warrants are financial instruments. This is why this goes back to you learning contract law and also learning a little bit about how the financial system works, because warrant is just short for warranty. It's just a warranty to make sure that you're gonna come and do what the hell you want, do what the hell you're supposed to be doing. Yep. Again, bond is insurance, and the warranty is pretty much the same thing. And once the bond falls out, then we need to make sure we get our money back. The warranty, a warrant or warranty, is the guarantee that you get your shit. So, man, learning or getting the bond information of a police officer when your rights are violated. So don't go do just some arbitrarily shit because they pissed you off. You know what I'm saying? That is not why to do it. But if your rights have been actually violated, you know what I'm saying, then this is a remedy that you can do that, trust me, when you do this, the game is changed. Because it fucks up their whole shit.
Is there a timeline regarding filing the bond claims?
Yep.
Is there a certain date you have to do this?
Yep. Each state is different though.
Okay. All right.
California is 180 days.
Got you. All right.
So you have to look on your state. Again, though, if you buy this book, all of that information is in here. Plus, let me just real quick before we go. This is what's on the card, the constitutional rights cards. So it says constitutional rights cards. Notice to all police officers and public officials. The bearer of this card expressly reserves all U.S. constitutional rights and chooses to exercise the 4th, 5th, and 6th Amendments thereof in the presence of or detainment and arrest by any police officers or public officials. These rights include, but are not limited to, the right to remain silent, the right against unreasonable searches and seizures without a warrant. The bearer of this card does not consent to searches. The right to lawfully record police officers in public, except for Massachusetts and Illinois. The right not to be unlawfully harassed or profiled by police officers due to my race, religion, and or creed. And 5, the right to legal representation. Then on the back, it says the bearer of this card fully expects any and all police officers and officials attempting to impede. Trey, you are loud as hell. So the bearer of this card fully expects any and all police officers and officials attempting to impede said bearer's right to ingress and regress, that means your right to come and go, to have probable cause under the 4th Amendment, and this case right here, Wren versus the United States. See, there's a Supreme Court case on here as well. To have probable cause under 4th Amendment, Wren versus the United States, and or reasonable suspicion, meaning specific and articulable facts, U.S. Supreme Court, Terry versus Ohio, to effectuate and validate such a stop. if the bearer of this card's constitutional rights are abrogated or infringed upon by any public servant, officer, official, or agents thereof, a tort claim and lien against the officers and or public officials' official surety bond will be filed pursuant to state and federal law. Any abrogation or violation of the cardholder's constitutional rights by said officers and or public officials constitutes cognizance, consent, and forfeiture to said bond claim as required by the officer's oath of office and oath to the U.S. Constitution. So that means on this card, this is specific legal wording. What I put on here is, if they violate your right, this card gives them notice that they have a lien placed on it. So remember what we said.
Be right back.
Remember what I said from the beginning. If you file a lawsuit or place a lien against an officer, they have to have notice. You have to give them cognizance. They have to have cognizance of what you're doing. This is express notice, because on the front of the card, it says notice. So after this, if you record yourself giving this card to a police officer and you go sue them, and you sue them without a claim, just saying this is not saying that you should do that, but if you did try to sue them without a claim, this is enough notice for them to have cognizance of that you would sue their rights. This is called express notice, meaning you literally handed it to them and said, if you violate my rights, I'm gonna fuck your bond over. So when they come back and they try to say, well, they try to use the excuse failure to state a claim upon which relief can be granted. No, I've already noticed you the claim. I have proof that I've given you a claim, that I've given you notice that I was going to place a lien on your bond, that I was going to claim your bond. I told you that right from the start. So that wipes away all of that from
Hey,
the
once
jump.
again, everybody, I want to thank you Nagas and Naginis for watching and making it to the end of the video. Again, if you would like to support the Real Nagas channel, go to Reelnagas.com and purchase any of my books, clothing, or law information. To get a free copy of the Great Book of Melanin Research and the Alkaline Cookbook, a $60 value, all you have to do is subscribe to my Patreon channel at the $20 level and receive all the perks, information, and goodies that come with that subscription. Once again, thank you guys for supporting Real Nagas, and I'll holler at you next time. Peace.